in Rathangan, County Kildare. We're back at Cross Engineering. The last time we were here, we spoke to Gary Cross about the chaser bin, but now we're speaking to the main man himself, Simon Cross. This is your baby here that we're looking at, the whole fodder beet, sugar beet, all that. Give us a little bit of a background as to what's going on here today.
So this is an open day that we hold every 2 years, and we sow these crops here, different varieties, to show people the difference in fodder beet. Then we wash in the yard and de-stone. So you can see the harvesters going here. We have the armour harvester, we have a 6-row self-propel, and we have a big crowd here to see everything working.
And what's the story? Give us a very quick outline of the story of the beet in Ireland.
We'd hope to get the beet back in Ireland. We'll be offering it to farmers in the coming year or two. At the moment we're in the process of acquiring land for the factory.
But what actually happened to the beet in Ireland for the viewers maybe watching in from outside of Ireland, or what?
Well, we gave up our beet sugar quota. That went to Europe, and therefore then we had to stay out of the sugar beet till September this year, and now it's, the quotas are gone, so we'd hope to get back in then next year.
So the big drive now, so you're trying to get the locals back in producing. Why would you want to grow beet here?
Sugar beet's the most profitable crop in this, arable crop in this country. When there was sugar beet around here, people had plenty of money. So we'd hope to get it back. Sugar is a good industry.
You have a long history at Cross Engineering with the beet industry. Talk us through roughly all your range of equipment that you've got involved in that line of the business.
So I started with Armour Salmon in 1990. Then we made a lot for Armour Salmon, a lot of that industry. Then I became involved in manufacturing. We make a lot of sugar beet washers. Export is 80% of them. Germany is very good to us, into the States, down to New Zealand. So around the world, we do a lot of sugar beet washers for AD plants, anaerobic digester. It's like giving you 2 cans of Red Bull.
Yes, it really is. But you've tractor drawn, but I noticed there on the way in, you've one there and it's called the Elephant. And it's like right up, like it's for a lorry. It's a lorry drags it around. Like you're making some serious heavy plant here when you're into the lorry spec stuff. But then we know that from the chaser bin.
Yeah, well, the lorry one is to get from farm to farm quick, or AD plant to AD. We've a good few of them in the UK. So we do the very same machine, tractor pull. But the Americans up in Maine and North America, they like the Elephant. They don't only wash sugar beet, but also for the potato industry, for the starch industry down in France. You know, all across the world there's different, any root crop, carrots, potatoes, parsnips, anything that grows in the ground, we can take the stones out.
You've designed these all yourself and built them over the years and tweaked at them, or is it just for making a few quid, or is there a real passion there, Simon?
Money comes first, of course, but there is a passion. Like all my life I'm dealing with sugar beet, going back from when I started. So I was a mechanic by trade. I worked with Armour Salmon then. I worked making for Armour Salmon. So I've been involved in sugar beet all my life.
So now that this quota is away, it's open doors again, you really want to drive in. One, you want to drive in because you want to see sugar beet back, and then two, you want to be making products that's selling again in Ireland. Is that?
Yeah, the day sugar beet went out of Ireland, we were down €3 million in turnover.
What?
So €3 million. So that's the kind of sugar equipment we made every year. So we're back up again because we got Germany, and we got, like if our quota went, it went to Europe. So the same amount of beet has been grown all around the world, but it's just in a different country. So we had to get on an airplane and go there.
Next big step for you is you're for Agritechnic now in November?
Yeah, we're at Agritechnica. We show the beet washers in Agritechnica, also our chaser bin. That's mainly for the American market, Russia, Ukraine, all the big farms, like, you know.
Yep. Well, that's an impressive bit of kit. What else are you making here at the minute? Like, what's going on?
We make everything from a banana picker to a pineapple harvester, anything we want. we can make in this plant. So yeah, we would be noted for a little bit of design, so we'll take on any challenge. I've 2 sons involved in the business, 2 engineers, so they're very good and they like a challenge. Keep things exciting.
We brought you a special tractor just from GRASSMEN today because I was speaking to your son Jason, who's driving the 230 here, and what he said to me was it was a great tractor to get for the harvester because back in the heyday of sugar, most people had them on a Ford or a TW or something, and because we've this one called the TW, the white roof, is it nice seeing that sort of tractor with that colour scheme operating out here today? Does it bring back any memories for you?
Oh, it brings back a lot of memories, but don't remember, it's the first bit of muck I see on this tractor. I've seen it all this summer, I've seen it everywhere. We had to get her into the field to get her mucked up like.
Oh, we just wash it. We're good at washing it. This machine behind us that's on the 230, talk to us a little bit about that. Just how does it work?
So that's unique to Ireland. It's a twin row top lift harvester. So it's actually pulling the beet out of the ground by the leaves, and there's a ploughing underneath. So you have no stones. That's the big advantage with that harvester. No stones. It has quite a good output. You can get in a single row, twin row, or a 3 row.
And basically, so it's pulling it by the leaf, so then it's running it up, and as it runs it up, it must cut it and drop the...
Yeah, there's a set of this taking the crown off of the beet.
Yep.
So
drops it down, and then it spins round, elevated up into the holding bit.
Onto a carousel, into the elevator, and into the holding tank.
And then the self-propelled that was operating in the field beside us here as well. What can you tell us about that?
That's an Agrifac, an old Agrifac ex-UK. Very good machine. That's the smallest self-propel you can get. That machine can turn in the length of itself. Also, it's very easy on the ground because every wheel has its own spacing. So it's a unique machine as well.
And it takes how many rows?
6 row.
It sort of harvests, but...
That's a shear lift harvester, so that takes everything out of the ground. So the problem there is we've stones coming in, but we have the machine to take the stones out of the beet then.
Understand. It's been a terrible year for the weather, for spreading slurry and stuff. Are you flat out at your slurry equipment and that?
Yeah, we're flat out our slurry equipment. Trailing shoes have come big time into Ireland. You'll see there at our show today many different varieties of tankers, tandem axle, single wheel, all with trailing shoes. We'll promote the trailing shoe.
And have you looked at the injectors or anything along those lines? Or?
Too many stones in Ireland for injectors to work.
You just like the trailing shoe or
Correct,
like dribble bar type idea?
Split the grass and pull it down at the root of the grass.
Also working in the field, we see you have a subsoiler going.
I have a flat lift subsoiler, I have a furrow press.
Yeah.
It's too wet today to work the ring roller. And then we have our stands.
Subsoiler now, that's horrible setup. Do you do subsoilers for like grassland management or?
Yeah, we do some subsoilers for grassland.
Ooh,
Small legger.
I have a wee proposal for you. So we were looking to do a wee bit of testing on some of the grassland we have at home. Obviously the weather's that's all wrong at the minute. Would you hook us up with a subsoiler for that job sometime?
We'll hook you up with a subsoiler.
And
discs on it, just to cut the ground, not to disturb the grass. You get a flat roller on the back, then puts it back down, but leaves that draining underneath.
Just to see, and we were thinking of doing a few half fills and leaving it, and just over the period of time, just seeing if we can actually see the difference in the soak away and stuff like that.
Yeah, no problem. We'll fix you up. We'll fix you up with
That's
anything.
what I like to see. I always like to put a man under pressure when he's on
put
camera.
me in the spot.
Tick. Subsoiler, tick. And
now the whole world knows. I can't refuse you.